Well, we talked about this some yesterday. The polar vortex has definitely broken down across the Arctic now that the weather pattern's shifting up and we're watching these cold pools of air, or what's left of it, sort of shifting across North America, influencing our weather. Now, today, Wednesday, we do have a chance for some severe weather. I do want to highlight the Central Plains states from North Texas over into Oklahoma, also Kansas. And you got to watch these storms here into the Carolinas, also Florida. Again today, maybe a little bit further south than what we saw yesterday. Tornado threat, not a zero threat across Kansas today. There could be a few of those, especially with the wind shear that we're seeing. It's not as high of a threat, clearly, as we've seen over the last couple of weeks, but there could be a few strong storms, especially into the afternoon and evening hours. And you've got to watch the Carolinas. We've got our low moving through the Appalachians today, Wednesday. That will kick out into the Piedmont today with that southerly flow. Also some wind shear with that system moving through, and that could spin up a few tornadoes. Also across Florida again today. Let's take a quick look at the future radar. Here comes the showers through the Ohio Valley as we move through Wednesday morning. But as we move into the afternoon, not only will there be a severe threat, but I think a flooding threat too. These showers could get heavy at times. Some heavy rain falling in some areas as we moved through Tuesday, yesterday, and then as we head into the afternoon, again, Piedmont of North Carolina, down into South Carolina, eventually the coastal plain as we head into the overnight. I don't want to gloss over Florida. More heavy rain here today from Orlando, eventually moving into places like Tampa, St. Pete, and then over toward the Space Coast as we head into the evening hours. Those could drop some not heavy rain and some severe weather into your area if you live in this area of the country. Maybe even a few tornadoes again. Heading into the Central Plains states, the biggest threat will be here. Oklahoma, Texas, mainly into the afternoon and evening hours. Not looking too bad through the daytime, but here comes the showers really firing up as we head into the evening from Oklahoma City north into Kansas, eventually moving toward Kansas City overnight. But the biggest threat again will be here into Oklahoma and North Texas. Dallas, we may actually escape this at least until tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be interesting, Thursday, because this looks like a big rain event for Texas. Some strong thunderstorms also possible as far west as New Mexico. And then here comes our system moving through the Midwest as we head into Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. Big time rains going along the Gulf Coast on Thursday, and the severe weather threat will be here as we head through the day with those big storms across Texas, again, dropping some very heavy rain at times, and maybe even a few tornadoes here and also here on Thursday. Now, let's talk about the precipitation. It all starts to move off to the east as we head through Thursday and then eventually into Friday, now moving into the deep south. So kind of a wet start to the weekend here from, say, Kentucky, Tennessee, all the way to the East Coast into Virginia, Maryland. I don't know how far north this goes. I'm just going to tell you guys that. A lot of folks calling the Northeast a washout this weekend. I don't know that it necessarily is. It's starting to look a little bit drier. It looks like it's more of a mid-Atlantic rain event. So you may get a break in the Northeast. And then heading into next week, we watch our next system here moving across the northern plains, eventually into the Great Lakes. Now, let's talk about the long-term kind of outlook, sort of where things are going. We've definitely warmed up here across the North Pole as our seasonal change has started. But I think heading into next week, this will be a trough to watch. And I tell you, this could be our next severe weather maker. Watch for Monday and Tuesday of next week. That's what I'm watching. That could be another round of widespread severe weather. Still too early, but keep an eye on it. I'll see you next time.